Hi, we're the Ohio guys, and we're at Annie Moore in Baltimore, Maryland during Snowmageddon. How are you doing today, Emily?
I'm doing well.
Enjoying the snowy, cold weather outside?
I am. I went out in it earlier. Like, when I was flying here, I was like, man, I'm going to make snow angels. I actually tweeted that I was going to make a snow kanade. And I really had the best intentions that I was really going to do it. And then I actually went out in the snow, and it all became very real. Snow is just, as I said on social media earlier, it's just fluffy water. And I forgot that part, and I was like, why did I flat iron my hair today, one? And what was I thinking, two? So I'm cold, but I'm fine.
Luckily, it's nice and warm inside.
Cheers, indeed.
How was it working on MM?
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. It was crazy. So I think we covered this earlier. I'm the one in that who's afraid of boys and beats the guy up every time he tries to touch me.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was fun. I believe, I forget, that was Swayze, John Swayze directed that? It was a long time ago. I like watching everybody else trying to figure it out. Let's just say yes. Sorry, John, if we're wrong. Sorry to who did direct it if we're wrong. But no, it was really fun. It show's just crazy. I screamed a lot. I remember screaming a lot, and I remember Monica and I both screaming a lot, and just having a good old time man bashing. So it was fun.
How was it working on Say I Love You?
Oh, I love Say I Love You. I can say whatever I want, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yay, YouTube.
Yay.
I love playing a total bitch. Like, it was so much fun being just a nasty bitch. I was a mean girl, like, just to a T model. Thought she was so cool. So that was really fun, indulging that side of myself. But then she has as I said earlier, she has a come to Jesus moment, which is not. I did air quotes. Felicia Angel would be so disappointed in me. So yeah, I like that she sort of is redeemed through. Like, there's that scene where she's sitting alone in her little apartment binge eating, which is, I don't know, really funny to me. I loved that, and that's such a good show. That show has so much heart, and so it was nice to kind of be the character who for a while is devoid of heart. But no, I liked it. It was great. And working with Chris is always amazing. So, Chris Harris.
Very awesome. Also, what was it like working on Dog and Scissors?
Oh, man, that show. Oh, that show. It was so much fun. First of all, Blake Shepard and Jessica Calvello just were so good in that show. And so much fun to work with. Like, anytime either of them is in the booth, we just laugh and laugh and laugh. I think Jessica actually changed her ringtone. There's a part in the show where, like, the dog, Kazuhito, I think is his name, right?
Yes.
He barks, and in the Japanese, the voice actor said, "Bia bia." So I couldn't get past it. I couldn't get over it. And I just kept going, "Bia bia." And so Jessica made me record that on her phone, and she turned that to a ringtone. So that was really fun. And they're amazing in that. They really just did a fantastic job. So we had a good time.
They definitely knocked that one out of the park.
They sure did. They sure did.
All right, I'm definitely going to butcher the name of this one.
No, I'll help you. I'll say it for you.
How was it working on Rosenmaiden?
Rosenmaiden zurückspulen.
Yes,
Rosenmaiden zurück. There's actually supposed to be an umlaut there, which means that you say zurückspulen. Sorry. It was great. I love that show. It's so creepy. And Corey Hartzog really did an amazing job with that. And Lucy Christian. I mean, come on. Everybody in that. They did a fantastic job. I was really, really pleased. And that show's a beautiful show. I mean, it's so beautifully animated. All those little dolls are so pretty, and they're so cute. So I had a really good time. And then I acted in that. I played Megumi Meg, or whatever, right? Yeah. I can never remember these names. But, so Jessica and I got to have several really, really fun scenes together, which is always a treat. She's amazing. And we got to sing together, which was fun. The names in that were really hard. Obviously, it's called Rosenmaiden zurückspulen. But, so they were all a little like, how do you... I swear it probably total added 2 hours to the recording time, just being like, is that how I pronounce that? I don't know. Let's listen to the Japanese and see what they do. So that was a good time. It was good. I like that show.
Awesome. Besides anime, you also do stage work.
Yes, I do.
What is that like?
It's so different. It's so different. one of the things I like about anime versus theater is that it's preserved. And I think I've probably said that in interviews before, but it's still true, so I'll say it again. Working on the stage, sometimes you do a whole run of a show that you just pour your entire heart and soul into, and then 6 months later, everybody's forgotten about it. Because, like, there's no, I mean, there are pictures, and, you know, if people Google you, the reviews come up, but it's, I had a director describe it as being evanescent, like a bubble that just pops and it's gone. And so that, in a way, makes it sort of sacred while it's happening. It seems like it's so in the moment that there's something really special and magical about that. I really enjoy the immediacy of feeling the response that you get from the audience, because it's palpable. I mean, you're trained to sort of kind of shut them out, but that's impossible. I mean, you have to, you just, most actors are also really empathetic, and so you can sense the emotions of the people that are around you. And when you're on stage, you're so vulnerable and so raw that that's heightened. And so that can be, it's really, like I said, it's really magical, but it can also be kind of overwhelming to kind of take that kind of intense risk every night. And like, I realize I'm not a firefighter. I'm not like walking into danger every night. But I remember when I played Marie Antoinette, it's like this 2-hour epic saga of this one person. And the only time I left the stage was to change costumes, like change from, 1 3-pound wig into another, and 30 pounds of costume in like 25 seconds. So every night I would stand backstage and like, just waves of nausea. I was also drinking a lot of kombucha at the time, so sometimes in retrospect I wonder if that had something to do with it. There's like a civilization of like living organisms in my guts. Gross. But no, I think a lot of it was like this intense adrenaline that I'm like, what? I can't do this. I can't. There's no way I can go out there and do this again. Like, actually, David Matranga was in that show with me, and he'd be like, he told me once that he did a one-man show, and he said it's very similar, and it's a lot like getting shot out of a cannon every night. And it was terrifying, but it's like, you walk out there, and you have all of this doubt, and like, you can't even imagine how you're possibly going to get through it, and then like, the first words come out, and then it just like, it just all, I mean, it's hard work, but it's such a strange thing that we do, this acting thing. It's so weird. I talked about that earlier in a panel, but man, it just, sometimes I think about it and I'm like, I put on a hat made of hair and I go out on stage and I say other people's words to strangers for money. What? What am I doing? So, anyway, that's what it's like being a stage actress, putting on a hat made of hair. All right. Well,
sounds like a hell of a time.
It sure is. It sure is. Sometimes emphasis on the hell, but more often than not, it's not hell. It's just scary.
One of the fans from YouTube, Cindy, our man, they wanted to know what it was like working on Future Diary.
I want to know, is man your last name, or are you a man named Cindy? Okay, I just can't dwell on it.
YouTube names.
Yeah, right. I love them. I love it. Thank you. First of all, thank you, Cindy, our man, for your question. I hope I didn't offend you, but I was just confused. Working on Future Diary was really intense. I love that show, but it's so dark. It's so dark. It just goes there. It like takes all anime, most anime is really extreme, but Future Diary just takes it to a whole other level. And my character in particular, I don't think experiences the darkest material in the show, but experiences a lot of brutality. And, it's sort of a live by the sword, die by the sword sort of situation. I mean, she's a terrorist, so of course she's going to experience, like, a proportionate amount of brutality to what she puts out into the world. But I am in love with that character. Ryu Minane is, like, there's something so redemptive about her story arc. I mean, she starts as the villain, and throughout the course of the show, the way that she's brutalized sort of reconnects her with her humanity, and then in the end she becomes a martyr and finds love, and that's a really satisfying track to take as an actor. And I really like the she's just this war-torn soul and when you find out why she is the way she is, you sort of, I think that's the turning point when you begin to empathize with her. And sort of understand, where she's coming from. So that was really cool. And working with Zach and Kevin, director and engineer, was always fun. We always had a great time. So, but as I recall, I was driving up. I was doing a show, so I was working 6 days a week on stage, and then driving up on Mondays and recording for like 6 hours
Oh,
every
wow.
Monday for a while. So that was intense, but wouldn't take it back for anything. I love that character and I love that show. So
Very cool.
yeah, thanks.
Is there any way that fans can reach you, like fan page, Twitter, Facebook?
Yes, I have a Facebook fan group, Emily Neves Dusk Angels. So you can join that, and then I have a Twitter. I have a Twitter. I don't know how you say that. It's just at Emily Neves. So follow me on there. I like to think I'm kind of funny, but other people might disagree, but I don't care. So there's that, and then I have a blog for my writing, my personal creative writing. It's 7 spelled backwards .wordpress.com. So there's that, and then I also have a Facebook actor page. It's just Emily Neves actor. I'm on Instagram. So that's that.
Very awesome. Well, I'm Jared. She's Emily. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.